Hello, my beautiful fragrance family. Dustin here, fragrance fan. Go ahead and do me a solid and click that like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell notification. And I'm just going to keep on giving you guys these budget-friendly fragrance reviews. That $40-ish and under dollar range, most of these are way less than that, and a good number of these you can find at your local rack store, just like the one I'm talking about here today. And I want to go over a good summertime fragrance because it's from the house of Tommy Bahama, and I'm talking about St. Barts Seascape. Frosted glass, same shape as all like the St. Kitts, St. Barts, Martinique, and everything. Real light plastic atomizer cap, so I wouldn't pick it up from that thing because it doesn't click into place really well. I just hurt myself a little bit. And the best way to squirt these things is, from what I've found, cup it with the back of your hand, use your middle finger, and squirt it like that. Pretty weak atomizer, but it's a fine mist. And if you're wondering how I hurt myself, it's because I injured my thumb pretty bad and I just like pushed on it. So this opens up with, as you can imagine, being Tommy Bahama, it's fresh. It's very fresh. It's citrus, powdery, spicy, sweet forward, if anything. It's got clary sage, bergamot, and black pepper. In the top, you mostly get that bergamot sage, a little bit over the black pepper. The black pepper isn't there. It's not making it super spicy or anything, but there is a touch of spice in this. There's also like a piney resin type thing going on, and that powdery tonka bean, powdery sweet tonka bean. There's a little bit of woods. You don't really detect woods, but the woods are there kind of, you know, in the base like most fragrances are, because it just helps with the longevity and it helps give it a little bit of depth rather than being so one-dimensional. And that's what's going on with this. I've heard people compare this to YSL EDP, Versace Eros, which I get that, and I would also like to throw in Mont Blanc Legend Spirit as being that fresher, sparkly, somewhat sweet, fresh. I don't know why that escaped me for a second. Fresh, sparkly, fresh, powdery, sweet, fresh kind of a fragrance. So when people are saying that this reminds them of that, I get all of that, but not just all at one time, because when I've been wearing this thing, I notice like, wow, this really does remind me of Versace Eros. And then, wow, this really does remind me of Fakhar or YSL EDP, YSL EDP, or Mont Blanc Legend Spirit. It doesn't seem like they're mashed together. It's like, at least on my experience, I was noticing them at different times, and not just like, oh, it's Eros at the beginning and then YSL at the end. No, it was like bouncing back and forth and going around. So it was kind of neat. There is something in here that doesn't vibe real well with me when it starts coming to the dry down. It starts getting almost like a weird woody oil kind of smell, like almost like a greasy kind of thing, but you don't really smell that in the air. It's just like right up on my skin when I smell it. I'm not getting it right now on this little bit so much because I sprayed it on just a few minutes ago. And it's kind of there, but it's not a whole lot. So this does smell decent in the air. It does smell decent up close. The performance isn't the best on this. It's a eau de cologne concentration, but for an eau de cologne, it does pretty good. It's a decent gym fragrance. I put this thing through my gym test and it performed well at the gym. When your body heats up and it pushes off a little more, you got this nice smooth, fresh scent bubble, but it's not the best for the gym because I like crisper, brighter fragrances like Azaro Chrome Sport, Issey Miyake Dissy, like the original, things like that. I like the bright, sharp, crispy, not so loud. Mont Blanc Starwalker is great for the gym, I feel like. But this worked okay because it's fresh enough. It's more on the relaxing side. It's got that powderiness. Again, a recap on what it smells like is a citrusy, spicy, citrusy, sweet, powdery. That's it in a nutshell. There's a lot of that powderiness from the lavender and the tonka bean that encompasses this whole fragrance, while at the same time that sweetness, but not being so sweet that it's not good for the summer. If it performed better and was louder, I would say this is a good fall fragrance as well, because it's sweet enough to be that, but it's just kind of a softer fragrance, so it's not going to punch through any kind of cool weather. So it's a soft fragrance at the same time. Overall, I'll give it a 5 out of 10. Good smelling, Performance is, it's about 4 hours, so I can't really knock off a whole lot of points for performance. It's like a 5.5 scent profile. It smells good. It's definitely not my favorite in the lineup. St. Barts, the original, so far is my favorite. This is not even up there with that or St. Kitts or anything in my opinion, but it's a good smelling fragrance nonetheless. It just isn't as good as those. So if you're wondering which one my favorite is, St. Barts so far out of this lineup is my favorite. Actually, out of all the Tommy Bahamas, St. Barts so far from what I've smelled is my favorite. I think that thing is beautiful. This is a good fragrance, and at first, when I first sprayed it, I was like, wow, this is really good. But that really good thing kind of disappeared after about 10 minutes, and it started getting a lot more synthetic, and then it had that kind of greasy thing. So like, after weighing all that together, it's a 5 out of 10 fragrance. It's nothing mind-blowing, nothing that you, when you see it, you have to buy this thing. But if you just want, you know, another summertime fragrance, if you like Arrows, if you like YSL EDP, if you like Mont Blanc Legend Spirit, then you will like this. Oh, and by the way, a couple people commented, I don't know why I kept saying Aventus in my last video. Aventus, Invictus. This smells like Invictus, not Aventus. This is Invictus. Ooh, almost dropped that thing. This is Aventus, and the other one is Dior Sauvage. So that's what's going on. This is Invictus, and it actually performs good. It's about a 6-hour fragrance. It smells almost identical to Abercrombie First Instinct Together, the blue bottle, but it lasts maybe 15 or 20 minutes longer. Almost identical smelling. But back on topic with this thing, summertime, daytime, casual, easy, youthful, nothing serious, just a chill, relaxing, soft, powdery, sweet, citrus, spicy, smooth kind of a fragrance. And that's my final thoughts on Tommy Bahama's St. Barts Seascape. If I can get it to focus, having a hard time. I don't know if it's the reflection on this thing or what. I guess that's as good as it's gonna get for now. So with that, I'm out. Y'all be blessed, take care of yourself always, and until next time.